Hello my friends, my tripod yesterday completely snapped, so yeah, so we're gonna be making like our videos with our tripod, so bear with me. You know, there's only one thing that there's not a solution for, and that is death itself. I was mixing some soil, and what happened is it's getting like really warm outside, and with my MS on top of it, it doesn't help. It doesn't help the heat. It's getting kind of hot and sunny, and that's a no-no. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so we're gonna be waiting for the new tripod. Since I got a haircut, it's not gonna come up anytime soon because there's only money for one thing at a time. So yeah, yesterday the haircut, the tripod snaps, and now, well, now you gotta wait. So let me just try to show you around like my setting here with my soil. Most of it I use like sand. Sand is my base for the soil. It's like 50-60% of sand, and then some peat moss, and then sometimes I put some lava rock on it, and most of I put a lot of perlite too on my soil, and that's what I'm kind of mixing right now. There you go. This is the pit. This is the pit where I have my sand. You can see it's like regular quickcrete sand, multi-use sand, and this is my sieve that I use for the sand. It has like three kinds of meshes. It's like 5, 8, and 10 inches. I use the 5-inch because mostly just to take the small sand particles. I keep everything else above 5 inches, and as you can see, this is the sand itself. It's very small grain. It's basically just like sand. This is less than 5 inches, and this is 5 up. So let's go here. That's what we got there. We got, you know, some bigger, some smaller, but I think it will do the job. And besides, since I don't really have a lot of bonsai trees, I mostly have like trees that I want to get ready for bonsai. At this point, I'm really kind of not very worried with the size, because we need to grow roots, I think, and so as we need to grow roots, we need these roots to be able to you know, just go around these small little sand grains. I will finish with the sand, and then I will try to, well, just move to the next step. So right now, after the sand, the next thing I want to add to it, I'm going to be adding some perlite. The perlite I'm going to show you in a minute. What perlite that I use. I use that Miracle Grow perlite, and you know, I guess it's fine. It's decent size, and you know, you want it to add to the sand, because the sand is going to help drain the water, and has good drainage. When the perlite keeps like the humidity, like the water in, it's a retention medium that kind of absorbs the water, expands, keeps the humidity in, and that's what we're going to do. We don't want just the water to just go through the sand and come out on the holes on the pots, and we want to keep some moisture in. The perlite is good for that. So yeah, we're gonna go with the perlite now. My arm is really kind of, I don't think it might end the day, but it is what it is. We gotta do it, and since my tripod is gone, I have time to deal with the soil. I want to tell you though, probably one of the most dreaded things when you doing these trees and bonsai, it's the soil. You know, it's boring, takes forever, and yeah, it's not a no, especially to me, it's really not like one of the best things that bonsai and has to give. From all the good experience that we get from bonsai, well, mixing soil, it's not, definitely not a pleasant one, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So this is the perlite I use. I'll show you what it is. Like, improves drainage, aeration in potting mixes, so it kind of helps aeration and helps drain the water, but it keeps some moisture in because it expands as it it absorbs the water, and it's a good thing to have in your soil. Well, let's do it. Let me see if I can do this one-handed. Oh my God, yeah, it's gonna happen. Maybe when the bag it's not as full as it is now, but well, let's try to do this. I'm just gonna put some on there. This is a sieve that I got. It's like a small little sieve, which it's pretty awesome. I like it because one of the problems when we have MS is like when you do repetitive motion with your hand or with your arms, at least with me, I completely lose strength in my arms. My arm goes completely dead. I cannot even, I can move it, I can do anything. So let's say that I am hammering on a nail. I gotta be very careful to monitor how my arm is doing, because it's bad. It can go completely numb, completely dead. With this little sieve, I can pretty much just do it with one hand, and yeah, it kind of works. It works fine. It's fine. So you guys see what I'm doing here? I'm going to just take all the dust out of this thing, and I'm going to mix it with the sand, and well, I'll be right back with the next step. Okay, I decided to switch the mesh on the sieve from 0.5 to 0.8. This is 0.8. It's a bit bigger spaced than the 0.5. So 0.5. This was what I was doing my sand with, but the perlite, the granules on the perlite, the dust, it's it's too much. So I decided just to take anything higher than 0.10, and you can actually see the difference between the perlite granules and the sand right there. So this is going to be give a little more consistency to the soil, and we need those spaces between the sand granules and the perlite, because it expands. It's going to help us achieve that. So I'm going to keep sieving, and then we'll go to the next stage. That will be pretty much the pit moss that I'm going to be adding to this soil. Just had to take a break from the the soil thing, because suddenly my shaded spot became really sunny. Became a sunny spot, and it got like really kind of hot in there, and my MS was like, MS and heat, they don't get along. So I had to take a break. I'm gonna go back to it because we gotta finish this thing, and yeah, but I just I need to get out of the sun for a little bit. And what I did, because well, a man never stops, I'm just gonna show you in a sec. Alright, for the next ingredient that we're gonna put in our soil, we got like this peat moss. This is not really like I don't know. This pit moss. This is pretty much really dust, but you know, regains moisture and retains moisture and nutrients, enriched with a lot of stuff over there, plant food, and helps promote strong root development. So this is what we're going to be doing next. The pit moss thing here. This is all dry because there you go. This is what we got. This is like very dusty stuff. We're probably not gonna get anything out of this, but not too much out of this. On this sieve, I'm going to, you know, I don't even know if I should be like doing the 0.5 or the 0.10 mesh. No, I go with the 0.10. I'm sorry, with the 0.8. I was not sure if I should go with the 0.5 mesh or the 0.8 mesh. I go with the 0.8 mesh because, you know, I don't want this thing to be too fine. And on the other end, this is going to be like just a you know, the little part of it. I'm not going to put a lot, but we'll see how it goes, and let's get doing. See, like this, when I sieve it, you'll see what's going to be left in there. Well, not a lot. So it's probably, I'm just gonna put the entire bag in there because this is a waste. It's going to be funny that like all this stuff that's left over, this is like really fine particle stuff. So you can grow your seeds in there. You can, you know, if you are into like growing vegetables and stuff like that, it's going to be a nice mix. You see what he got there from that stuff that he put in? This is what we got. So in we go. Wow. Amazing. All right, let me keep doing this, and then we'll come back for the next mixing of all the soil that we got in here. All right, see you in a few. Okay, this is what was basically left. All the sieve materials, you can see the pit moss has a lot of it, and you know, so I'm gonna do this. I don't know, just mix this thing. It can be pretty much like for that soil that you use to grow stuff. You can always add some more stone or add some more. This is for the soil that we should get rid of it, but we're not, because we can always use this. And this one is the good stuff. So that was the pit moss that it's a bag of pit moss. So bag of pit moss, that's what we kind of came up with. So what we got here? We got here pit moss, we got here perlite, we have stone. Right. That's my mix. Of course, then as you go, different plants require different stuff, but this is my main mix, I guess. So I'm gonna mix all this stuff, and that's it. This is pretty much what I'm gonna get on my bonsai. Of course, you can put pine bark, you can get a lot of other stuff depending on the kinds of trees that you are planting, because some trees like azaleas require different soils, but this basically being the basic soil, I think it's pretty cool. All right, now me go with the other end. Oops. So I guess we have something pretty decent here to play with. And this basically is what's left of a bag of a peat moss, a bag of perlite, and a bag of 50 pounds sand. This is all the usable stuff. I don't think it's a lot because it's not. It's really not a lot. You're gonna use this in two repottings. Oops, two repottings. You will be pretty much done. So you really, gotta keep up with this stuff. I'm just glad I'm done with this little batch here. And yeah, and on this one here, it's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get some seeds and grow some seeds on this thing, because so mostly dust. It's mostly dust, but dust that retains enough water, dust that is pretty good for the roots to grow on like seedlings. So yeah, when you're starting with bonsai, you have to think like in like different ways. You have to think of what you are doing, of what we are going to do, and I guess the coolest part of it is like of what you can do. And oh man, you can do a lot of things, and just enjoy it, have fun. I had today this was a different day for me. First, because I didn't spend the entire day in front of my computer. Second, I was doing something interesting that I've never done this before. This is my first time mixing soils. I never did this. I usually buy my soils. I used to buy my soils. With the price of the soils, you might as well go and come up with your own. Another thing with the soils is just keep trying. Keep mixing this, mix that. Just keep trying whatever is good for your trees. Those trees that I'm growing there, well, most of my trees I am growing because, as I said, I don't have like bonsai. But most of the trees that I'm growing, or all my trees, they're actually on like regular soil. Like the soil that they come up with when I buy them at the nursery. I kind of keep it for a little while, for them to get adjusted to the new environment, the new weather, the way the sun shines in my backyard, the way the wind blows in my backyard. And when they're like more or less acclimated, okay, then we'll play with the soil a little bit and see how it goes, and unlearn from the plants. I'm sorry, I'm getting like really tired. This was too much work, too much sun, and my MS is warning me that it's time for me to go. Cheers, be good, have a good day. I'll see you guys around soon, and I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it, and let's see if we can. We will come up with more stuff in a week or so. Bye.